Manny Pacquiao is always bring surprises, and I always inspired of the quote of Winston Churchill, and he said that you will never reach your destination if you stop and throw stone at the rim of that bar.
Dude, I think Barrios sucks, so I think I think Pacquiao has a chance.
He's still Manny Pacquiao. He's still very dangerous. But yeah, I'm going in there with bad intentions. I'm going in there,
I think he's healthy. I think he's gonna be strong. And you know what they say, man. The last thing to go is that power. Mario Barrios has the perfect style for him. We can't ignore that.
Welcome back, fight fans. This is Boxing Headquarters. In our last video, we heard from boxing experts who broke down every angle of Pacquiao versus Barrios. But this time, the spotlight shifts. From Hollywood stars to legendary trainers, everyone's chiming in on the big fight. The reactions are bold, hilarious, and brutally honest, so let's dive right in.
Manny Pacquiao is an icon, so we started camp sooner rather than later. So we'll have, by the time the fight comes, we're gonna have put in 10 weeks, a lot of hard rounds, and we left no stone unturned to be prepared for Manny Pacquiao, the icon. We coming, baby.
First, we have Hollywood celebrity Michael Jai White. And he didn't just praise Manny Pacquiao, he handed the man a metaphorical Lifetime Achievement Award, wrapped in protein powder and pure respect. When asked about Pacquiao facing a younger, hungrier Mario Barrios, White didn't blink. Manny's already a winner, he said, like a proud uncle watching his nephew throw hands with Father Time and win the round.
Well, Manny's already, it doesn't matter anything. Manny's already a winner.
My favorite moment of Manny Pacquiao is any time he's busted off those 8-punch combos with the opponent on the ropes, world-class opposition.
Just stepping in there at his age is a W, White declared, because let's face it, most 45-year-olds are stepping into orthopedic shoes, not welterweight firefights. While guys his age are bragging about lawn care routines, Manny's out here unleashing 5-punch combinations on dudes who were in diapers when he was already holding world titles.
As far as I'm concerned, he's just to step in and to keep challenging himself at his age.
Like I said, it's not a moment, it's happened many times, but every time I've witnessed it, it's sparked a little joy in my heart. Something about that 8-punch combo.
White even joked that if Barrios lands clean, he might owe Manny an apology. That's boxing royalty he's hitting. And in perfect action hero fashion, White added, Manny challenging himself like this. That's like me jumping into a Marvel movie without CGI, crazy, risky. Bottom line, White wasn't just giving props. He was reminding the world, Pacquiao's not just fighting an opponent, he's fighting time and still walking out like the final boss.
And to keep challenging himself at his age, he's already won, so it doesn't matter what the outcome is.
Leave it to Paulie Malignaggi to stroll into the Pacquiao versus Barrios conversation and drop truth bombs like he's headlining a roast. No sugarcoating, no soft jabs. Paulie came out swinging. This ain't a comeback, it's a midlife crisis in 4K, he said, torching the whole nostalgia act boxing's been selling lately.
Now, it's Mario Barrios losing the welterweight title isn't exactly Michael Moore losing the heavyweight title to George Foreman, when Moore had just beaten Amanda Holyfield. It was a shock when Foreman beat him, but nonetheless, it's still an accomplishment. And I think Barrios sucks. So I think I
In his eyes, the sport isn't evolving; it's recycling. Young lions, please. They're out here asking the old lions for selfies instead of trying to take their spot. Paulie slammed promoters for treating legends like Pacquiao as plan A, B and C, saying, boxing's become a greatest hits album with no new tracks. And now we're supposed to clap because a 46-year-old is main eventing again.
I think Pacquiao has a chance. Even if you think you get a shot Pacquiao, because we don't know if it's going to be like a totally shot Pacquiao, like you look in the fight with the exhibition guy, or maybe in the exhibition, he wasn't taking it seriously. He probably figured out it's an exhibition.
He didn't stop there. These new guys got more Instagram filters than title defenses, he laughed. If your division's biggest threat is a dude eligible for a senior discount, maybe step it up. According to Paulie, Manny's still got it, but that says more about the state of boxing than it does about his abs. His final punchline, if Pacquiao's still carrying the sport on his back at this age, it's not legacy, It's child support for an entire generation of underachievers.
So we don't know that. You're never going to get a clear answer on that. You're not going to know until he steps in the ring on Fight Night against Barrios. And then if he's sharp, then you're like, okay, he didn't take the exhibition seriously. Or if he's not sharp, you're going to think, well, this is probably like he looked in the exhibition.
Ricky Hatton's take on Manny Pacquiao's return wasn't just honest. It was stand-up comedy, laced with uppercuts. If 58-year-old Mike Tyson can box Jake Paul, Hatton chuckled, then Manny coming back at 46 almost feels youthful. What's next, Bernard Hopkins versus a YouTuber in a retirement home cage match with walkers as weapons?
Well, it's boxing today, innit? To be honest with you, boxing's, if you can let a 58-year-old Mike Tyson box a Jake Paul, then Manny Pacquiao going back at 46 doesn't look too bad, does it? But if Manny is coming back though, Tyson was coming back fighting Jake Paul, Manny's coming back fighting for the world title.
The former world champ, who famously shared the ring and the canvas with Pacquiao in 2009, didn't shy away from poking fun at himself either. It's one of the most brutal knockouts in boxing history, he laughed. I still wake up sometimes and check if I'm in Vegas or the Twilight Zone. But Hatton saved some of his sharpest jabs for the WBC. He's been gone 6 years and suddenly pops up ranked number 5. What did they do? Check behind the microwave, find an old ranking slip stuck to a pizza menu and go, yeah, that's our guy.
But, and I say this with love, how has Manny got his world title shot? He's been retired 6 years. He can't. He's got that on our previous successes, hasn't he? To walk straight after being retired so many years ago, straight into a world title fight. How is that allowed possible?
He continued, only in boxing can you vanish for years, skip the line like you're holding a backstage pass, and boom, world title shot. It's like getting VIP access to a nightclub you forgot you owned. As for his own condition when he faced Manny, Hatton didn't mince words. By then, my light had gone out, the fridge light was flickering, and my six-pack had morphed into a well-stocked minibar.
What happened? Surely he must have been dropped out of the rankings when he retired. All of a sudden he decided to make a comeback to put him straight in at #1 contender. I think only boxing can answer that.
Nonito Donaire delivered a full-on masterclass in fight analysis, blending respect, roast and razor-sharp wit when asked about Pacquiao versus Barrios. He started off polite, calling Barrios tall and tough, but couldn't resist adding, yeah, but let's be real, everyone looked tall standing next to Pacquiao, even his shadows pushing 6 feet.
How do you see that fight playing out?
Barrios is a tall guy and he's a tough guy. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because Pacquiao is a champion, the holder of the records of 8 divisions, and he knows how to fight, he knows how to win, so you always got to give it that opportunity for him to show up.
Then came the kicker. Barrios is young, fresh. Pacquiao's got more ring rust than a junkyard Schwinn. But legends don't need WD-40, just good footwork and divine intervention. And Donaire wasn't shy with the advice either. Manny, don't bring those tornado combos from 2010. Use the speed, feint a little, maybe even fake an injury just to confuse him. This ain't Rambo, it's chess with gloves. Classic Donaire. But the tone shifted ever so slightly when he dropped this gem. If the sharp Pacquiao shows up, Barrios better pack a plan B, C and D. But if Grandpa Manny walks in, squinting for his mouthpiece like he lost his glasses, yeah, Barrios might retire him and run for his Senate seat. And finally, with that trademark grin, Donaire closed it with, if Barrios wins, good for him. If Pacquiao wins, someone check that man's birth certificate or his time machine.
I believe that Manny has to just be the Manny that he is, use a little bit of feint, be smart, be the guy that people are afraid of, and I think that he's gonna do well.
Joel Diaz didn't sugarcoat it. He pretty much said Pacquiao stepping in against Barrios is like trying to slap Father Time barehanded. With a smirk and a raised brow, Diaz painted the picture bluntly. Mario Barrios is younger, fresher, and built like Margarito's angrier cousin. He's a big boy, Diaz laughed. And Manny's still a legend, but legends usually come with plaques, not mouthpieces. He gave Manny his props, no doubt.
Manny Barrios is younger. He's younger, he's big, he's a big boy. I mean, he still has a little bit more youth in him than Manny. Manny, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mario Barrios is probably the same size as Margarito.
Called him a warrior, a once-in-a-generation icon, a walking highlight reel who made boxing fun again. but then he dropped the mic. At 46, come on, Pacquiao should be in flip-flops somewhere sipping mango juice, not dodging left hooks from a kid who still gets ID'd at bars. Diaz didn't mean it with hate, he meant it with hard truth. I get it, the man's got heart, but heart doesn't block punches. This ain't Hollywood, it's the hurt business. And Barrios is not showing up for an autograph. He's showing up to retire a legend with interest. In Diaz's eyes, this isn't some fairy tale return, it's more like Grumpy Old Men, Fight Night edition, except nobody's laughing when the bell rings.
I think so, like 5'10", 5'11".
Around there, yeah. And Manny at this age, he shouldn't be fighting. You know, I mean, in my opinion, I respect the man a lot. He gave the sport of boxing his life. He gave us great moments, great memories. He should.
So there you have it. From actors to analysts, from roast to respect, the verdict is loud and clear. Manny Pacquiao's return isn't just a boxing match, it's a cultural event with punches, punchlines and pure madness. Whether he defies age once again or finally passes the torch, one thing's certain, when Manny steps into that ring, the whole world tunes in. And as for Mario Barrios, well, he better be ready for both the fight and the memes that follow. Stay locked in, fight fans. This is Boxing Headquarters, and the real drama is just getting started.